test of audio. We're behind Bayfront Park right now. This is Hard Rock. Intercontinental's over here. Torch of Friendship is this way. We're gonna try and head over there. There were chickens, roosters. There were about a dozen cops fully decked out in the plaza in front of American Airlines Arena. There's no protesters over there. There weren't any protesters over there, but the other day they went through and started heading to the port. So there's a big police presence at the port. For the most part, they're staying away from that right now. That's just private security for the park. It looks like Bayside's open right now. It's 5:20 p.m. I think curfew was lifted, so the curfew is only the county curfew at 9 p.m. There's a few more people out here now, yeah. Okay, so this is Torch of Friendship at Biscayne and 4th, 5th, right in front of Bayside. We're over here. Oh yeah, we got more people here now. All right. Oh yeah, water station set up. Yeah, we probably got twice as many people here now. Just trying to check audio as I talk while riding with everything else going on. I'm gonna take a loop around the block and see what else is going on. I'm gonna ride up to American Airlines Arena and show some of the police that are out there. Yeah, so that was 3rd. So Torch of Friendship is Biscayne and 3rd, south of Freedom Tower, right outside Bayside. This was an area of a lot of activity on Saturday. There was quite a bit of looting at Bayside at the shops here. Freedom Tower, the next block up where that iPhone ad is, there's a CVS, and they tried to break into that. So they still have a boarded up, broken window. But I don't really see crowds out here. Yesterday they headed up to Overtown Wynwood. So this is 5th at the entrance to the port. I'm gonna try and head over here. So this is Port Miami. This is pretty much all closed. Obviously there's no events going on at the American Airlines Arena, but police, I think it's Miami Police and Miami-Dade sheriffs are using this as a staging area. So you can see they got a lot of vehicles staged over here. Oh my gosh. This is just response vehicles, patrol cars. They got vans. They had some tow trucks over here yesterday. Obviously they don't want people getting on the bridge and getting to the port, but as far as I know, this is all open still. I mean, the only barricade is right there, so let's see if I get yelled. I kind of got looked at when I came over here yesterday. Just trying to see what's going on. See some armored police vehicles over here in the loading dock area, staging area of American Airlines. These cops are pretty much all decked out. I didn't see any actual riot shields, but other than that, they do have, you know, vests and helmets and the full garb out. So I'm gonna turn back around. Yeah, you see two armored vehicles. It looks like they have the LRAD on that, the long range acoustic device on the back of one of those trucks. I know they were using it in Fort Lauderdale, and it sounded like they were using it in Miami on Saturday night. So that's something to watch out for. Before the pandemic, I worked in audio, so that is a really scary thing you don't want. My tire flat. My tire's going flat. So again, this is in front of American Airlines Arena. Not too much going on over here. You see up on the plaza there's a couple police. They're just kind of standing around. I mean, there's no activity over here. They were here yesterday, kind of the same idea, kind of just leaning on the fence, not doing anything. Not really sure why they're using this as their staging area. This guy's got some kind of fucking rubber bullets, shotgun. The local news has been pretty good. Channel 10, Channel 7 have been out and covering this almost every day. What is this guy doing? What are you doing, buddy? You can't stop in the middle of the road. Alright, so I'm going to keep talking and see how this sounds with wind and traffic noise and all that. I do have an external mic I might bring out next time just to see. I did not bring my DSLR, so this is all on a GoPro 7 Black right now. I'm not crazy about it. I'm trying to stream, but obviously it didn't work. So this is up now at Museum Park, Frost Museum and PAM. Everything's pretty calm up here. I mean, a little bit of foot traffic. There's usually foot traffic here anyway, because this is pretty much just downtown Miami. Nice little open park here. We're gonna head back down to the Torch, I think. There's a decent amount of people there. The couple of people at the Torch I talked to, I got here about, it's 5:30. I got here about an hour and a half ago, maybe around 4. And there were, I don't know, 20 people at the Torch, and they showed no interest in staying past curfew or even past, you know, 6 or 7 o'clock. So I don't know how things are going to be looking later on tonight. It's not a ton of people. Yesterday we had a lot. Yesterday there was probably, I don't know, 300 something people as we headed to Overtown Wynwood. I don't know if we'll get those kind of numbers tonight. Obviously you can see the cloud cover. It is supposed to rain here in the next couple hours, around 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. And if it rains as much as last night, I mean, last night was a downpour, so that really hampered the crowd. And people pretty much headed home after that. If we head west, we can check out maybe by the police station. I know they had kind of cordoned that area off. I did see a lot more police presence over on that side of town. Overall, I mean, I didn't really see any cops, any police by the, I see some more vehicles over there. I'm not gonna try and head that way. I used to work at American Airlines, so I do have a badge that theoretically could get me into the building, but I'm not sure if that really means anything at this point in time. I'm not really gonna try and push my luck. So all these guys, I'm not sure if they're Miami-Dade or City of Miami, but they are armed and just standing around. So that's interesting, at the very least. Like I said, peaceful protesters all around. There have been no incidents I've heard of today or yesterday. Allegedly, there were no arrests made yesterday. So far, nothing that I've heard of today. So all of this seems a little bit overkill for about 30 people that are, you know, holding up signs. So I'm not sure exactly what streets. We're gonna head this way. I'm not sure exactly what cross street the police station's at. This is Freedom Tower. I mean, we're pretty much in the heart of downtown. So as much as I've been riding around, I haven't seen a big crowd today. I haven't checked the local news. The last couple nights, the local news has had a feed of the local helicopters just running on the website, just a direct live feed. Sometimes they just have just video with no audio, so it's not always easy to tell where exactly the crowd is, but it's worth checking the local news stations, I think, to see, you know, a bigger picture of what's going on. This is the first day that I've brought my bike out just so I can try and cover some more ground. Some of these cities, you know, these protest groups get split up. Either, you know, during the day, people have different ideas of where they want to go, or, you know, at night when things start to kick off, if and when tear gas starts getting used, you know, people just scatter, and it's not always easy to regroup. We saw that in Portland last night, Seattle, and DC. It's really noisy out here. I'm gonna head towards Government Center, I think. This is all gonna be oncoming traffic. Flinging this around. So this is the correctional facility. I think on Sunday, I think on Monday, they had a big protest that started here, and there's video of it if you look it up. Let me get out of this. Yeah, so this is where they were, right here in front of the correctional facility. There's video of the protesters on the ground, and you can hear banging on the windows from inside the prison, and that was all the inmates banging on the windows in support of the protesters, which was a really, really cool moment. I'm sure you can find that on YouTube or Twitter if you look that up. But that was a nice moment of solidarity. I think yesterday, maybe, I'm losing track of, you know, the days. Yesterday or the day before, I think they also started either here in front of the courthouse or in front of the correctional facility. Like I said, there's no real unified organizer. There's not like one group or one person that's organizing these protests, so it's hard for a large group to form because there's so many smaller scattered groups. So I think there were multiple groups today here downtown Miami. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is just kind of riding around trying to find the second group. So I know there were some people, I'm not sure which way they headed, but they were down here earlier, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. It's 5:35 right now. I'm gonna see if I can find out about the city curfew. That sounded like a helicopter. I didn't see a helicopter. That sounds like an airplane. So obviously we have some, you know, cruisers staged. Yeah, the police headquarters is down here, closer to 95. So I don't know if you can see, I have my baking soda tear gas remedy bottle in my